What's up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is the very busy Reggie Steele.
And welcome to Spitballin. So
There
what's
he
up, man?
is.
So which one
Nothing,
is it?
dude. You got me up at 9 a.m. Recording at 9 a.m. Not up at 9 a.m. I get up at least at
Yeah.
8:40.
He had to get up at 8:50 to be here by 9:05. So don't get it
I
twisted.
was a little late getting my
You're a little late.
coffee. There's a lot of setup. There's the mic, the light, the headphones, the coffee, the water, the computer,
Yeah, so much to set up.
the voice. You gotta get the instrument ready.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Yo, I've been listening to us and I'm like, yo, that's what I sound like. I'm like, man, I feel like I need to work on my vocal cords, right? Like I
I
feel like I
mean,
need
it
to
is
improve my
tough for
voice.
me to listen to it for over an hour every week. It isn't easy.
Hey man, my voice is not bad. I just feel like there's like I
What's
feel like
wrong with it?
I don't know. I feel like I need to drink some I need to drink tea or something, right? Like what did Whitney Houston used to drink, all the singers drink before they go out and perform? They drink tea to warm up their vocal cords, right? Because I just feel like I'm like you're raspy and I feel like there's just like I sound nasally to me. And I do have
I
a
feel
slight,
like that a lot here
yeah,
because LA, man, it makes me so nasally. The
yeah.
weather sucks here, dude. Like at least, and what sucks about SF is the wind. It's the worst thing about that whole San Francisco because
Well,
it's
and I
constantly
mean,
blowing and it's cold.
yeah, I was gonna say in the temperature drop, the
Right,
city is
because of all
freezing.
that.
Right.
But because of that, your sinuses are great because the air is just blowing, all the dust blows everything away. So
Right.
there's, it's fresh air. It's right on the
Yeah. No, I,
water.
I I agree with
Here,
that.
you're in the fucking desert and there's just sand. You're just like, ugh, you wake up. I've never experienced waking up parched like in the goddamn desert. I wake up, bro. My tongue's all dry. I have water. I'm next to the bed. I have a sip right before you go to bed in the middle
Right.
of the night, but it'll be parched like Jabba the Hutt tongue. Remember him from the
Yeah.
Jedi? That's what you wake up to every day here, every fucking day. But there's
Oh,
movie studios down the street that'll never see me, so you got to stay in the neighborhood.
that's awesome. So what you guys just experienced is what I experience all the time. That's called the Sal rant, right?
Oh, is
That
that
was
is
just
that got a little ranty?
that was a little ranty right there. It's like, and you wake up in the sand, and you look like a zombie for a minute. Like you're like, it's all dry in the sand. And you're like,
Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it. It's I
dude,
definitely will
really?
not retire here.
The city of angels. You hate that. You hate the weather down there, huh?
The
I mean,
weather, well, here's the thing. No,
okay,
there's see now you can't just say one or the other. You have to, it's a gray area in everything in life.
okay.
Everyone tries to divide these issues, but the wearing shorts, I'm a shorts guy, dude. I love wearing shorts. You can never wear shorts up in the bay. Never,
I
dude.
don't wear
It's very,
shorts.
very few. Well, you ain't got legs like me. So when you got good looking legs, you want to show them off. So
Hold up. Hold up.
hold up.
Hold up. Please do not disrespect my legs. My joints are
Well, why are you
nice.
hiding them then? Why are
My
you
joints are
hiding them?
nice. Huh?
Why you hide? Why you gotta
Uh
hide them?
I'm not hiding them. I'm not hiding them. I'm just, my joints is nice. Don't make me pull my pants legs up right now.
No, well,
Because
why?
the calves, I'm gonna tell you right now, these calves are full of, you know what, damn that. You didn't start it.
No, dude, I don't want to see your legs. Oh yeah,
Dude,
dude. Yeah, what is that? A zit on your
no,
leg?
that's a little that's a vein that pops out between the muscle fibers when I
See,
flex.
why'd you have to
Dude,
show me
I got
that leg, dude?
I got well, you want to see the other leg? This one's equally as good, dude. My legs are legit, dude. These legs are nice, man. They are scarred up though. I mean, I got like torn patella tendon on the left knee and Osgood slaughter on the right leg, and then I got my burns, so I got my burn marks. I got all kind of stuff going on.
What's funny? My legs were like perfect, and then when I was down here looking for an apartment 5 years ago or whatever, I was at my cousin's place, got the call. It's hard to find, it's so hard to find an apartment in these cities, man. And like here, dude, like SF, it was very hard to find apartments.
Right.
Where LA, there'll be some, and even it's hard here too, but there's a lot of crappy ones.
Okay.
Like you just come in, it's all dark and just carpet to carpeting, and you're just like, ew, it looks
And the
disgusting.
carpet is old and probably stinks a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
no
Yeah.
parking, shit hood, So this was, and it might not look like much to the podcast community, but this was the best apartment we found. You know what I mean? Looking
Right.
around, it's in a cool hood, it's a cool neighborhood. So anyway, point is, I get the call and I met my cousins. I'm like, yeah, all right. I got the call. We got it. And then I turned and he has this marble table. We're going leaving to go have a dinner. And he has this marble table outside his place. And like I turned and my fucking shin hit it right in the corner, dude. And blood just started gushing. And to this day, I still have my scar there, the LA scar when I got an apartment. And there's like a dent. Like if you run your finger along the shin, it's like
Yeah. Oh
dips down.
wow.
And yeah, man.
That sounds
Fucking
like
it
you
was
sound
a
like you.
sign.
Well, I'm sorry that incident ruined your perfect legs. My legs were perfect.
Point is though, wearing shorts is awesome here. I love wearing
Okay.
shorts. I was wearing shorts last night. I was working and had shorts. Like now on stage, I won't. If it's summer and it's hot as fuck and I'm doing open mic, I'm wearing shorts down here. I don't give a
Really,
shit.
really,
Who gives a
dude.
fuck? It's an open mic. Who gives a shit? Now, if you're going somewhere respectable, I'll put on pants.
I was gonna say you just shit on all the open mics. You just made them sound like there's no respect for the open
Well,
mics.
open mic, you don't. In an open mic, you shouldn't care. I'm just there. Like open mics and going to the gym, you're just there to work it out, dude.
Yeah, but you
I
still
don't really,
care
and it's
because you're putting
mostly
in.
just comics. It's not like down here, it's only comics in the crowd. So it's like,
Yeah, but you still got to care. That's the
no,
point. I
I
mean,
care.
even
I care. I don't care how
how you look.
well, yeah, you're not trying to, yeah, I'm there to work and try and figure stuff out. I'm not there to put on a presentation for
I
anybody.
know, but did you ever
I'm
think
not
that your
performing
I know, but if did
as
you ever think
much.
that your perfect beautiful legs may be distracting from your comedy? If
Well,
you're
not
wearing shorts.
anymore now that I have that scar on one of them. So now that
Oh my god. This dude has one. You have one. You have one scar, dude. If I showed you
bro.
all the scars on my legs, you'd be like, "There's no way this guy should wear shorts." Right?
Oh,
I'm
so
like, I
that's
got
what it is. It's a self-conscious thing with you.
no. I don't care. I don't care. You got to remember. For me, my story is remember when I got burned as a kid. I got first, second, and third degree burns on my legs, so I got
That's true.
scars. And I didn't
That's
wear
true.
shorts. I didn't wear shorts as a kid for about 3 years playing
Because of that,
basketball because of that. Because I was embarrassed of the scars.
you play basketball in pants.
I used to play basketball in sweatpants. I played basketball in
Wow.
sweatpants because I didn't want anybody to see my scars. And then there was a kid in my neighborhood, no joke. There was this kid in my neighborhood named Tavares, and Tavares had been as a kid, he had a little polyester suit, and he didn't know, and his parents weren't watching him, and he like basically rode his bike through like some burning leaves, and polyester turns to plastic when you heat it up, and so he was burned on like 90% of his body. I mean, his
God
fingers,
damn.
ears, nose, arms, everything was burned. So when you saw this kid, there was no way that he could hide that he was burned. Now, for me, if you look at me from the front, if I was standing in front of you naked and you saw me from the front, you couldn't really tell that I was burned. But if you saw me from the back, you could see on the back of my legs and on the side and some other places that I had some scars, right? So one day I'm sitting there in the summertime, Alabama is hot, it's humid, it's burning up. I'm sweating like I stole something, or I'm sweating like a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. And Tavares comes over with some other kids, and we're sitting, and I'm looking at him, and I just had an epiphany. I go, this dude's whole, I mean, his fingers are burned, man. His ears are melted, right? I'm like, this dude's whole, there's no
How was
way
his
this,
face? Was he all right?
his face was burned too. He had patches, he
God
had skin
damn.
grafts, so his face and everything. And I'm sitting there looking at this kid, and we're like all hanging out, and I didn't care, but I was like, there's no way this guy could try to hide his whole body, right? There's no way he could walk around trying to hide his scars. And I go, and I got someone, I just got a few on the back of my legs, and I'm walking around like something like this is the worst thing ever. I was like, yo, get a grip, bro. And so
So,
so I started wearing shorts. I was like, that's it. And then I was like, I'll just answer the questions.
so it took a child being completely deformed for you to accept that your legs are okay.
Hey man, I was 11. I mean, I had no, I wasn't 11 because it happened when I was 11. So I was like 14, 13 or 14, like freshman year. So it took a moment. Yeah, and it wasn't a child completely deformed. It was just
like
you
wow.
had it took a child completely deformed, devoid of all,
For Reggie to
resemblance.
accept and love himself.
Yes.
It's like at least I don't
Devoid
look
of
like that.
devoid of all human attributes for Reggie to understand that he, a god, could walk amongst us with his scars. It just makes him more what is it? it just makes him more like us or something. I don't know.
I had
He's fun
something
too.
similar when I was gonna move out here to California, right, way back in the day, and I was nervous a little, and I was telling a friend of mine, we were a few friends, we're all hanging out, and I was talking to my one friend about, there's a little fear or whatever,
Right.
but like, he's like, yeah, just do it, man. But my friend, he had fucking cancer and he was dying, dude. And then part of me was like, you're like talking to this guy about it, Sal. I'm like, this guy would love the opportunity to fucking get up and leave
That's
and
what I'm
go
saying. He's
across the
saying basically
country.
just live, right?
Yeah, right, man. He's just like, what do you got to lose? He's like, go fucking do it, man. And yeah, it's funny because when you do something like that, like everybody else, friends and family and some friends, they're not supportive on the issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not just you going somewhere new, you never been, you're doing this shit on your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Absolutely.
so yeah, there's a lot more to it.
Well,
But
the thing about other people's advice a lot of times is that it's all based on their experiences, their fears.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. It's hard for people to be completely objective in situations.
It's funny.
So,
Bill Burr told me that once. Like I did this club, the show, and then I was talking to this guy on the show afterwards. He's telling me all this stuff. I got to move to Vegas. I got to do this. You can't make it here and this that. So then I was all like concerned, and then I messaged him and asked Burr about it, and he basically was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, people will just bounce their insecurities off on you. That's their shit, dude.
yeah,
You just do what the fuck
absolutely.
you want to do. You like,
Absolutely.
and
That's
it's
why I
that
used to,
because if they can get you to agree, then what they're doing is right.
well, and it also reinforces their beliefs.
Right.
Right. For him, that's what it was. But for you, it's completely different. That's why, remember all those years ago when the audience, like a comic goes up and they're struggling, and another comic goes up and they're struggling, and everyone's like, oh man, this audience and that. And I go, nah. I go, that's their experience. That's not gonna be mine. Right.
Right.
Because we're all different.
Sometimes the room is colder than other times.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I
But
mean,
it's also
when
your
a room is
perspective.
hot, and you're like, "Get me up now! Come on, get the
Right,
fuck
right.
going! Don't ruin it."
So then what happens if you go into a room that's hot and then you go up and you kind of, it's mediocre or it becomes
Ooh,
lukewarm all of a sudden? You're like,
that's rough. When a room's hot and you cool it down, whoo,
oh boy, whose fault is that?
the
Right.
worst is when
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
or just when you get off stage, like
Yeah.
especially when we do the punchline, because all the comics were in the back, so if people are high-fiving you or giving you nucks or shaking your hand afterwards, it was good, and if people are just looking the other way as you walk down, it's not a good one.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Exactly.
I'm not staying the whole night, I'm leaving
Right.
now.
See, I like that. I like the idea that when the room is cold and you don't do well, that's the audience's fault, right? That's the
Well,
audience's
not
fault. Like,
necessarily. No,
that audience
necessarily.
sucks, right? But then if someone goes up and kill it, then it's like, oh, okay, well, you were able to break through, right?
Yeah, because you do hacky shit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You all friendly and shit, right?
Yeah.
But then if the room is on fire, and then you come in and you cool that motherfucker off, ooh,
That's
whose
tough.
fault is that?
That's tough.
Is that the audience was tripping, dude? I got up, they were laughing the whole time, and then I got up and they stopped laughing. It's like, what's their problem?
See, that's the thing. Some people, and like I saw people do this at my shows now sometimes, and it's like a sign of not a great comic when they're like, that joke usually kills. Why aren't you laughing? And it's like, all right, first off, who gives a shit? This is just some bar show. You know what I mean? You don't need
right,
to.
right.
It's like
They're
every
looking for
situation's
approval.
different. Yeah, and it's like
Every audience is different. Every situation is different.
and if you know some kills, then you
Yeah.
don't need, you know what I mean? Like I know
Yeah.
if a joke's great, I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's absolutely a sign of a young comic who's telling the audience what it did somewhere else. I don't
Or
understand what's wrong with you guys. I mean,
a young comic or an old out of touch comic.
oh, there you go. Yeah. Either way it goes, it's a bad look. It's a bad look, right? I mean, it's that thing of, that philosophy of you never let them see you sweat. They don't know where the joke's supposed to come or where the laugh's supposed to come. So
Right.
you deliver it. And if it hits, then it hits. And if it doesn't, then you just keep moving and go to the next one. They don't know that it wasn't. Now, unless you're the guy who like delivers your punchline with a little laugh or a big gesture. So it's like, they went to the thing and blah, 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 blah. No, nothing. Oh, okay. So people go,
Yeah.
oh, we're supposed to laugh right there. Oh, you're telling, okay, we get it now. So you're gonna let us know when we're supposed to laugh. All right. By doing a
Exactly.
look, right?
You're the
Flipping
shepherd and you have to tend to your sheep, your
exactly.
flock.
So Sal and I were doing a podcast. Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Another thing I hate is when people ask questions. Don't, unless you're gonna say it right. Like if
The
I ask a
rhetorical
question, it's a setup, or I'm
Right.
going to give the answer right after. But when you literally ask the audience a question and then wait, I'm like, don't do that. You're just stupid. And then they get the answer they don't want, and then they still try and convert it into what they were going to say anyway. And I'm like,
Right.
just do your thing,
Right.
man.
Well, you know, that's another sign of a young comic, right? That idea or that moment of I don't know, has anyone in here ever been in a relationship?
Like, yeah. Like, what a stupid question. Where are you?
Anybody ever been in traffic on a Wednesday?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, dude, just do the joke, bro. Just
exactly,
do the joke,
man. Just shut up and do the joke.
Exactly. Anybody ever got into an argument with their girlfriend at their mom's house? I mean, isn't that the worst? Like, there's one dude in the back that's like, one dude in the back.
You have, sir?
Exactly. Yeah, I did. I got into an argument on a Wednesday at my mom's house with my girlfriend, and it was not good. It was not good.
Yeah, it's not good. So what I was saying, yeah, I'm just like, what a waste of time. What a waste of time.
It's like, it's a rhetorical question, dude. Don't ask it. Just go into it, right? So,
no, I have a good. I have a good question joke I do now though, where I just go. I was like, during the Capitol riots, did anyone else catch themselves checking the crowds looking for family members? That joke's always been doing well lately. I like that one.
Okay.
That's a good one. I was like, is that cousin Charlie? What's he doing with that podium? I told you he was an idiot. Can't even spell podium.
That's funny. Nice job. Nice, man. How the show's been?
They've been all right. Last one wasn't so great though, because we had to deal with the Dodgers game. So the Dodgers, because it's over, it ended, but then it's like the people. There's some people have been drinking for 3 hours.
Not a good look.
There, you know,
man, that's like.
But thank God they didn't win, and now they're out of the World Series. So now
did he just say thank God? Thank God the Dodgers lost. He says. Oh, dude, that's so bad. So bad. You didn't want the Dodgers to repeat back to back.
Did they win last year?
Yeah, they won
the COVID one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I'm a Cleveland fan.
Oh, that's right.
I kind of got into the Giants when I lived up there because they won the 3 series, and the Giants were a cool misfit underdog team.
Right.
And then, but it's crazy. The Giants and the Dodgers both had amazing years, 107 and 106 wins, which is insane.
That's crazy. I know.
And then they had to play each other because they're in the same division, and then they're both out.
That sucks. I know. It'd have been nice if they could have met in the World Series.
Right.
Wait. So they're not the Indians anymore. What are they? We talked about this early.
They're the Guardians, and they're getting sued right now because there's a roller derby team in Cleveland called the Cleveland Guardians, and they said they stole the logo even too. And me, I don't really like the name Guardian, so I even posted something on Facebook of the story, and then I just put a quote. So you're saying there's a chance with a bunch of spider emojis, because I love the Cleveland Spiders.
Yeah. Wait, so it was the Cleveland Spiders. That's right. We talked about this. No.
Yeah.
No, Spiders is not gonna work. No,
the roller derby team is suing them.
Okay, well, the Spiders, that's a minor league team name at best, right?
It's
that might be
name, bro. No one else is a Spiders.
Spider-Man. Dude, that might as well be like the Tennessee Mud Ducks or the Memphis Dogs or something. Like you can't go to Spiders. No Spiders, Ducks. Bro. What is
there is a team, the Mud Hens. That's my Toledo minor league baseball team.
See, Mud Hens, yeah.
But that's what they were called when they moved there. When they first got to Toledo, there's a lot of swampy water right there on the lake, and all these
hen went in the water.
Yeah, these like chicken birds, whatever.
Chickens went into
they're mud hens. They live they hang out in the fucking mud.
Somebody's like, yo, look at those dirty chickens over there. Those dirty chickens hanging out in the mud.
Damn
Mud hens.
We're gonna name a baseball team after
Exactly. Someone's like mud hens. That's a pretty lucrative name you got there. We can monetize that. That's funny,
but
man.
the Guardians are probably going to stay. They'll probably just pay them off now. They're going to have to pay a lot of money though to keep that stupid name.
It might keep the league. It might keep the roller derby league open for another year or two.
They haven't even played since 2019, but
okay.
they're supposed to play soon. But we'll see.
Okay. So are we talking about
Oh yeah, so I had to pay
my
my football tax, Reg. I call it, the football tax. I love to watch me some football. Okay. My girl's all cool about it. But the football tax comes Monday night after Monday Night Football, Dancing with the Stars is on. So I watched that with her, right?
right.
And
you have to quantify
and
that.
I've never watched it before. And but she knew, if you're gonna get him into it. He loves the sport. The 2016 NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers. So on that team, Iman Shumpert.
So consistent.
Shump is on here, and
Iman Shumpert.
6'5". So he gave him the shortest girl in the world to work with, and I watched the beginning.
Can you put up a clip at some point?
No, I don't know. Because
of rights.
Google it, people. Yeah, or it's on my Twitter. It's on our Twitter.
Okay.
I retweeted it. Okay. But he to start it off, like, who else was in it originally was you watch the Cobra Kai series. What's his name? You watch Karate Kid. What's the main bad guy in Karate Kid's name?
I don't know, but the one who was like sweep the leg. But sensei.
Yeah, that guy.
You got a problem with that dude? Yeah. He was also in the commercials too.
Yeah. So he was in it, but I didn't realize that guy's like 76 years old, dude. That dude's old. So they had him.
He was like 40 when he did the Karate Kid.
He did the Karate Kid.
Exactly.
And he's still doing it. So I didn't realize this dude is old. So one day, you got to be able to move up there. So he was just like, and then they try to do karate stuff with him. So he's like, and I felt bad for the guy, but he went home first. So that's the thing, they vote you off. But Iman, all right, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, whenever you give someone the karate moves in the dance move, they set you up to go home first. They're like, we gotta get his old ass out of here. You're like, when you're like, and then you go.
It was. And you have to be like choreographed together, timed well.
Right.
And that's a whole nother thing. And he was way off in that. And you could tell when someone's off, but it's really tough. And so Shump, he came out at the beginning, all right, but so they got these judges, right? All right, there's this lady.
There's three, right?
There's four now. They added this old dancer. This guy, he's one of the judges now too. And then there's this like Italian guy. This gay Italian judge. He's very eccentric. He stands up every time, but I kind of like him.
Okay.
I don't know if he's Italian. Anyway, whatever. But this old dude, this old Brit named Len. Now he's the guy. He's
the Simon Cowell.
He's the Simon Cowell. And then even if there's a tie, he's the deciding thing. So basically, it's whatever this old bastard decides.
So you got four people. And they all get the vote, and then of the four, one guy gets to make
if there's
decision.
A tie, if there's a tiebreaker at the end, they do that. It's so stupid. At the end, they go if it's a tie, but it's not a tie because there's four judges, so three of them vote, and if it's 2-1, he still gets the tiebreaker. You know what I mean? So at the end, there's two teams, right? So they all judge every dance, but at the very end, they pick the bottom two. And these four decide which one goes home. Okay. So the three of them vote. And if it's a 2-1 vote, it's decided he has to step in. And then he'll decide who goes. And he might go with the minority vote. And that one still gets to stay.
Wait, okay. So in other words, what you're saying is that when the three vote at the end, it has to be unanimous. If it's not unanimous.
It has to be unanimous. It has to be unanimous. And they and it's funny, Tyra Banks hosts it, and twice now she says it's a tiebreaker, and I'm like, it's not a tiebreaker, Tyra. A tiebreaker is a tie, not 2-1. It's not unanimous, okay?
It's Ranty Sal. That's
dude,
Ranty Sal.
dude, I'm telling you though, you as watch Tyra Banks, she is not good on live TV. She bumbles something every week. Like every week
Really?
she's bumbling a sentence, and her interplay, like she tries to talk, like just improv between,
Right.
is so rough to watch, man. It's tough. It's like local newscasters when they try and be funny off the cuff,
Yeah.
and you're just like, just tell the goddamn story. So
Yeah. It's
just
like,
tell
dude,
the
please
joke.
stop. Yeah, exactly. Just stop, dude. Just stop.
All right. So anyway, this old dude, Len, he's tough on Shump. He's like, I don't like it. And
No way.
he's like straight up with him a lot. And he gave him like a 6. Like
A
he's
6 out
been
of 10.
tough out of 10. And that's pretty bad, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Well, I
People
mean,
get
that's
8s and stuff, but it's really hard to get the perfect score. So then this last one, and that's the thing, they do all these special certain dances, the tango, the cha-cha, but this one, and I can't tell any of them apart. I don't know who the fuck's good or not. I don't know what that. Sometimes you could tell, like, wow, that was great, but then they give them a low score. Like, what the fuck do I know? So Shump, this is the I think contemporary, which is more of like an artistic. That's more like.
right. It was actually really good. It was great.
So yeah, so Shump does this one and it's the Halloween night. That's another cool thing. They do some themes, keep me a little interested. Right. So he does Us, and brah, this dude,
that's
amazing.
why they were wearing those outfits.
Yeah, he's doing Us, and then and so like his girl is small, and he's he's strong NBA athlete. He's picking this girl up like over her head.
Oh, absolutely.
She's standing
he was tossing
on him.
her. He was tossing her.
Dude. And like the week before, he was doing some awesome shit too. And he didn't, and again, the old guy fucked him on the score. But this time, crushed it so hard. And then he just stared at the old guy all like freaky at the end of it. He stares at Len, right? I guess I shouldn't call him the old guy. That's probably disrespectful. But he just stares at Len.
A little discriminating.
A little ageist of me.
A little ageism, right?
So he's staring at Len, and then and then at the end they give him the scores. My man got perfect 10s across the board, dude.
Not by himself. He and his team. He and
the teammate though. Yeah. But they're judging him because he's the
weak link.
But yeah, dude, perfect 10s. And that's only happened one other time, a couple other times, but it was like JoJo Siwa. You know about her, dude?
JoJo Siwa.
I don't know. No. She's a YouTuber star.
Okay, yeah,
girl, but she could dance. Shump isn't a ballroom dancer.
Right. He's an NBA player. First off, let me just address this. Your level of excitement about this show, right?
I'm trying to get the audience involved. You got to bring it.
Yo, it's great because I don't watch network television, man. Right? Like,
yeah, I don't like it usually either.
Yeah, I don't watch network television. So, and I don't watch any contests. Right? I'm not watching anything that's like, we're gonna see who's the best tonight. Right? They all had to cook a pie, and the judges would take a bite. The first person.
Hold on, dude. You don't watch you got to watch the British Bake Off show. That show is
I know. It's I've seen it. I just don't watch. Look, man, I'm just not into contests. Right? I'm not into contests and people judging other people. And like you just said, there's 4 judges, but then one guy at the end gets to be the guy.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, that was amazing. That was great. And someone else is like, you guys really nailed it this time. And the other person's like, I'm really impressed. And then you got the one guy who's like, I didn't like it.
Yeah, right.
I didn't like it one bit, right?
Like someone has to be a dick.
Exactly. It seems so made for TV, right?
Right.
It seems like it's so made for TV. So, but I appreciate your excitement. I do. I appreciate your excitement.
Well, they couldn't deny Shump this time, dude. They couldn't deny him.
I love it. You couldn't deny Shump this time.
You couldn't deny this NBA champ.
This is what I want to say.
When they show his picture, it just says NBA champion underneath.
That's all you need, right? He hasn't done anything else since then. So that's it. Once you get that, that's it for life, right? It's like he could be 88 years old. He'll walk out and be like, hey,
2016, y'all.
It'd be like NBA champion. I won it once.
Yeah.
16.
People will still be like, let me get you coffee, champ. Let me get you a coffee.
That's in Cleveland for sure. What I want to say is that I think that's a testament. And I've said this. I'll say this now and I'll say it again. I'll say it to anybody who asks me. Basketball players are the best total overall athletes. I think that as a basketball player, everything that you do as a basketball player can almost translate or transition into something else, right? Football players, a power sport, it's hard to go play basketball, right? You got to have some finesse. With the speed, quickness, agility, hand-eye coordination, you can probably pick up tennis. We obviously can pick up golf. You can pick up baseball. You can play football, running, stopping quickly, looking, hand-eye coordination, catch something. Basketball players are and even now, I think Shumpert proves that basketball players can dance because they're just moving.
I'm gonna say I think that is a total bias bullshit answer.
Oh, dude.
Now let's see here.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me a sport
ain't winning. Shump ain't gonna win.
No, I'm not saying.
You know who did win? Warren Sapp, football player.
He won because they were amazed that a big guy can move that well. They're like, that's what it was. Like, they give you credit if you're a big dude, and they're like, wow, look at this is amazing. This guy is not built for this at all, and he actually was able to pull it off, right? So, but I'm honestly thinking about it.
You're all tall and lanky, and the rhythm isn't all there.
Hey man, I mean, all I'm saying I don't know.
I think baseball, baby.
No way. Because with baseball, I mean, yeah, swing. No,
better
because
basketball, better butts.
Well, yeah,
they're more in shape.
You're in a squatting position all the time.
You could look like a more regular person on the street. People won't know if you're a baseball.
That's just because you're short. Baseball players are short.
True.
Right? They're short. But think about basketball players. Think about everything that goes into basketball, right? I mean, just every aspect of it: the quickness, the speed, agility, hand-eye coordination, lateral movement, verticality, right? Like all those things in tennis. Just imagine the way you play defense and the position you're in, and having to move side to side. That can translate to tennis. Hitting a ball, catching a ball, doing the whole thing. Golf, swinging, dude. I'm telling you, basketball players across the board.
Speaking of golf, another 2016 NBA champion, J.R. Smith. You see, he's golfing now.
Yes, sir. College. I see that. Yep. Another testament, a basketball player who made the college golf team and who actually does well. Is good. It's good.
It's funny, those two
Steph
guys.
Curry's good at
golf. They're out of the league now. They each got something going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Delhi, he's out of the league. He's performing in his home country.
Okay, he's performing what?
Basketball.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, man, I'm telling you, basketball players, I mean, they can transition to almost any sport or anything, dance, whatever you want. We can do all that.
I heard, though, you can't transform to dance. That's what Greg was saying.
So Greg is the end all to be all. You ain't never seen me in my club days. I'm saying right now, back in the day, at 330 Rich, at Sophie's, at DNA or whatever it was, or Deja Vu, man. Yo, me and my boy Mahershala, we used to get up in the spot, dude. We used to hit that joint.
Where's this at? In what area? In Oakland?
Or it's San Francisco.
Same. In the city?
We used to come to the city every weekend, boy.
From St. Mary's?
No, not from St. Mary's.
That's not going to convince me you could dance, Reg. I don't know what the hell. So you go to the clubs after college. You're the old guy in the club.
No, because we graduated college at 22. If you're at the club at 23 or 24, how are you the old guy at the club?
I don't know, man. Kind of pushing it.
That's the old guy at the club at 20.
You're the older guys trying to prey on the younger girls.
Dude, we didn't go to the 18 and under club. What are you talking about? No, we went to the club that had 21 and over, right? 21 and over, you show up at 23, 24, you got a car, you got a job, you got a couple of dollars, you can buy your little, you got your little chain, you got your little watch, you got your little leather shoes on, you got your slacks, right? You're throwing your little cologne, right? You in the spot with your boys standing over in the corner looking at it. And then you got to stand with me and my friends. We're all standing there. Me, I'm 6'3.5", right? Mahershala, 6'2.5", 6'3". AJ standing at 6'7". Who else would we take? And then my boy Anwar coming in at 6'1", 6'2". Hey, dude.
And where would you go?
We would go to 330 Rich. We go to
where's that?
That was, which way was it? It was it was in an alleyway. It was in an alley.
Was that near the marina area?
No, not over there. 330 Rich was It was 330 Rich was
Sounds like
okay.
it's
So
made up, bro.
if you're going down, it was on Townsend Street. So it's like you got
Oh, so
Howard,
it's so Southern Market.
yeah, South of Market.
That's all you got to say.
Yeah, that's
Soma.
I couldn't think of it. South of Market.
You ever go
We go
to
there.
you ever go to Ruby Sky?
No, I did not
No,
go to.
you remember
Fuck
that
no, to
joint?
go to damn Ruby Sky. I
You
went into
remember
Ruby Sky
Ruby
one
Sky?
time for a concert, and I was in that joint. Me and my friends were in that joint for like, I'm not even exaggerating. We went to Ruby Sky to watch somebody perform. We were in that joint for like 15 minutes and was like, yo, man, this is bogus. Let's go. We bounced.
What do
And
you mean?
the thing is, we used to get in free in all these places, right?
How's that?
Because I end up knowing, you know me, right? I go places, I meet people, become friends, and then next thing you know, they're like, yo, Reg, come on out, man. I got you. Don't worry about it. So I could go places and get in. It just comes from being nice, right? That's it.
It's
Just
funny
be
when I
nice.
first moved to San Francisco. I worked with this Persian guy, and he like, and I didn't know anybody. And he's like, "Come on, you go out with us." And we'd go when he's like, you gotta wear dress pants. I'm like, the fuck? He's
Yeah,
like, and you can't
slacks.
wear tennis shoes. I'm like, the
Nope.
fuck? And
Leather
then
shoes.
yeah, we go to Ruby Sky, and it was like
Oh my
$25 to get in.
God.
And then like drinks were expensive, and you just standing there wine. It sucked. And then
Oh,
he
dude.
would love to play pool, and you'd go play pool in the smoking room. So there was a room where you'd go smoke upstairs. So you go upstairs, everybody's in there. It's total smoke, dude. It
Yeah.
stinks. Your clothes fucking stink afterwards. Sucked, bro.
So
I
I'm gonna
hated
tell
it.
you right now, Ruby Sky, no offense to anybody, but Ruby Sky was like for the Euros. If you're in San Francisco and you're European, you want to go to Ruby Sky just because of the type of music they played. It was like
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah.
little electronic, and you know, it's just like just
It's gone now. Is it still there?
it might be. It might be. Remember when we used to go to the Native
Oh,
Sons building,
the
the
comedy
clubhouse,
clubhouse was right
right,
there. Remember
right
that? So
next to
we'd
it.
see we come out
So
of the shows and see everybody
you
going
see
into
the
Ruby Sky.
line. You see the line of people going to Ruby
That's
Sky.
right, dude.
Yep.
That's right.
It was like,
And like
nah,
all these
bro.
girls like could dress up with wearing nothing and be freezing their asses off waiting in line at
Hey man,
fucking
when
San
you're
Francisco.
young, you go into the club, it's always fashion over function. It could be raining, snowing. You got to have the tight black dress and you got to have the heels, and that joint got
And
to be
it was gross. I
strapless,
remember seeing like on the
freezing.
dance floor, like my buddy had his sister would come a lot too, and like guys would just like they flock around you and try to dance on girls and rub. It's pretty foul, bro.
Yo, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It's
It's pretty
tough for
bad.
a girl. Like you felt bad for women. Like oh, you're just like that's why they dance with each other with other girls because guys are fucking vultures and boners
So
in their
yeah,
slacks. I'm wearing slacks though. It's okay.
slacks. You got your little
Stupid
tight shirt
fucking
on,
rules.
right? And back then, you know, everybody had, well, I don't know, your friends probably didn't have muscles, but my friends and I, we were all shapely, right? We were all shapely with our joints on, right? So you put on the tight shirt, your pecs is up there, your shoulders is kicking, the triceps is in full effect, small waist, broad shoulders. Come on, man. We was killing that joint, dude. We was killing it. And then, and this is the best part is we just stand on the side and just kind of just watch, right? Just watch. And then eventually somebody would like, what's funny is that I could say AJ. Oh, even my boy CJ. CJ. Now, okay, now CJ. I never talk about CJ, but CJ, that's another good friend of mine. We played together, same area. CJ, handsome dude, 6'3.5", 6'4", right around there. Bro, I mean, CJ's shoulders is like he's got these broad shoulders, right? Really smart, very charismatic, and just has a great smile. Dude, I swear to you, we could go out and we'd be standing there. Like it'd be 4 of us, 5 of us just standing there, just kind of chilling, watching the dance floor. And of all of us, there would always be a girl who would come up to CJ and be like, "You want to dance?" And CJ's like,
wow, that's crazy.
dude, he would get asked to dance all the time. I mean, to the point that he was just like, yo, that's just what happens with this dude, right? And he was also the type that whoever asked him to dance, because they always asked, that was it. He didn't dance with anybody else for the rest of the night. Like that was
So
he was
whoever
good.
asked first,
Whoever asked
the
first.
one.
But
Was there ever anyone he would turn down?
No. I mean, the thing is, okay, so this is how you knew that he turned them down. If he turned them down, he only turned them down because he wasn't dancing with them later. You understand? So if they asked him to dance and there was a mutual attraction, then they would just dance the whole night. And then they come over, sit down, have drinks, and then he'd introduce us to her, and she'd be hanging out with us the whole night. Like just like he's like, I met somebody, and so this is what I'm doing for the rest of the night, right? But if someone asked him to dance and he danced with her and he didn't bring her over, like if he like had his dance and was like, hey, thank you very much, and he was very polite and all this kind of stuff, then it was kind of like, all right, he wasn't really into her, but he wasn't gonna say no, right? You know, right. Women, it's already hard for them to go out on a limb to ask a guy to dance. You want to be the guy.
I mean, that's like, crazy. So you guys would never, you would never go ask any girl to dance?
No, we would. We would eventually come to you. No, we would eventually.
How'd you know when it was the right girl to ask? You just watch for a while, make sure no one else is dancing with her. How's it work?
I don't know. You tell me, how does it work?
I was up in the smoking room watching Persian guys play pool.
Nah, man, you just hang out and you just kind of watch the floor and see how people move, right? And eventually, if you find or you see somebody that you're like, oh, okay, they look like they'd be fun to dance with, right? Because that was the whole thing. It was like none of us were ever out there looking for anything more than just like having a good time, being able to dance, right? And then a lot of times that wasn't the deal, right? Like, I mean, if you met somebody and it evolved eventually, then yeah, but that was, the best way women can smell desperation.
That's true, right? Though. That's true.
Right.
That's true.
It's like if everyone's there, they're playing music, you're at a spot and you're there to have a good time, then it's just about having a good time. If something evolves from that, then that's just what it is. But at the moment, it's like, yo, I'm in the spot, you in the spot, let's just dance. I can tell you right now, there have been so many countless times that Mahershala and I were like out dancing and end up like dancing next to each other. And before you know it, like he and I, we got a thing. And then those two people we're dancing with are like, oh, wow, this is crazy. They know it. Oh, okay, cool. And it was just fun. It's like just fun. And then the lights come on, you go, hey, thanks. It's nice meeting you. I'm Reggie. And this is
so you close the place out. And you wouldn't drink though.
I don't drink.
How could you stand that sober that long? I'd be so bored. I can't believe that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know how to have fun without. I would have to get drunk.
And you've been there how many? You've been there like hours, like 4 or 5 hours.
No, because you show up late. They close. In San Francisco, the lights come
at 2.
Yeah, but the lights come on at 1:30, right? And we wouldn't show up till 11. So yeah, man, it's like just But that was back in the day. But the point of the whole thing is I can dance. Okay,
I can dance.
No, I can dance really well. You've never seen me. You know what? That's it, Sal. Next time I come to LA, you and I, we're going dancing. And to make it even better, we're gonna go to a gay club. You and I are gonna go to a gay club because they can dance in there.
They can dance though. That's true.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can go there and hold our own. And let's see who gets hit on first. Well, you might actually win. They like skinny white boys at the gay club.
I do remember we this is a long time ago. One of our first shows we did at Cafe de Nord.
Yeah.
And you and I went into the Castro and were handing out flyers. And guys were like hitting on you and checking you out left and right.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. I remember one time I went to the gay parade. This is years ago. And I went with,
I think it's called the Pride Parade, Reg.
Oh, what did I say? The gay parade? Oh man, I'm so sorry. Please, edit that out for real. To the Pride Parade. I went to the Pride Parade. And at that time I went with the girl I was saying, I went with my girlfriend and her sister. And so we were just kind of walking down the street and we passed this group of people standing along the wall. And they were like, what'd they say? They said, what'd they say? They said, they said, hey, tall, dark, and sexy. And I wasn't paying attention. I was just walking like, everyone was talking. And they go, yeah, we talking to you, right? And I do one of these numbers. I'm like, who, me? Right? And they go, yeah, we talking to you. And I go, no, I'm good, man. Thank you. I'm over here, right, doing this, right? And they go, don't knock it till you try it. I was like, thank you. I was like, I don't care. I mean, hell, Scott Capurro, San Francisco based, like the resident, like he's a gay comedian in San Francisco who's very well known and very popular in the city. I've hung out with Scott at the clubs, and Scott has always been like, Scott always we have a moment where he'll be like, so Reg, you still I'm like, yeah, I'm still straight. He's like, okay, just checking, just in
See, that's
case.
what Ali Mafia would do to me all the
Yeah.
time, dude. I was like, it's funny though. I will say this: in San Francisco, like you have an appreciation for what women have to go through with guys hitting on them
The
when
cat
you
calling.
and yeah, and shit.
Yeah.
Like when you're in
Or hitting
SF and
on
it
you.
happens to you as a
Yeah.
guy, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, oh, no wonder that's fucked up." Like
Honestly,
and you do realize that.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't care. I'm like, I mean, it's flattering. I'm like, hey, man, I appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you.
yeah,
Right?
once it's not a big deal. Who gives a shit?
Remember the joke I had years ago about going to remember going to Target? Like I'm walking to the store, and the guy's like, excuse me. Remember that joke? You remember that joke years ago?
Kind of, yeah.
Right? And the guy is like, he's go, hey, I think I know you from somewhere, right? And I go, I don't know. And he asked me if I went to a certain school, and I said, yeah, I went there in '99. When did you go there? He says, oh, I went in 2003 or something. And I go, oh, so we don't know each other then? And he goes, okay. He goes, well, can I ask you another question? And I go, yeah, man, what's up? And he goes, can I have your number? And I'm thinking, can you have my number? I mean, we just established we don't know. Why would you need? Oh, I was like, I am not gay, straight, into the ladies, right? And I go, hold up, wait, do I look gay? And he goes, no, you don't look gay. You look attractive. And I was like, you so stupid. Hey man, hold up.
So my number is 510.
Yeah, exactly. Like so
You
so
remember
I got his number instead of he getting my, I got his number instead. We've been hanging out. He's a nice guy. He bought me some candy.
remember Jose Reyes, right?
Yeah.
So Jose Reyes is this little Mexican comedian friend of ours.
Who lives up in
And
Santa Rosa. Great guy too, by the way.
yeah, so one time, remember Sean Hetherington and Sammy Safer, good friends, and we all were going to the Castro to this bar after a show or something, and Jose came with us. And it was a total gay bar. I don't think I've ever even really been in a gay bar yet at that point. And so I'm sitting down in the booth with all of us, and Jose Reyes got up to go to the bar.
Yeah.
To get us some drinks. And some guy was kind of like hitting on him. And then the guy like turned and rubbed his boner on Jose's arm.
No.
It was through his clothes, but it was his hard on.
No, that's crossing the line.
And
Dude.
then Jose came back to the table and he told us, and then he goes, here's your drinks. I'm going to go home. And just left.
Dude, that's wrong, man. That's crossing the line, dude. That's crossing the line. You cannot do that. That's crossing the line.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
I'm all for people. Like, I'm
and he's like a little guy. He'd be like a little, Latin twink or something to that.
Oh, dude, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's you might get banked on. Wrong person. Rub your boner on a dude.
Well, that's what you gotta do. Someone small. Well,
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess gay club. If they're assuming everyone's gay, but still, that's even.
You can't assume that people of all types go in.
Exactly. I remember years ago, Mockley and I were in San Francisco, and there's this place called Johnny Loves that used to be like on Post and something, right? And he and I went with some other guys, some older dudes, and we kind of got there and we're like, this scene isn't for us. We were still fairly young at that time, and these guys were a lot older, so it was more of an adult themed place, right? And so he and I decided I'm like, yo, man, let's just go for a walk, right? So we're walking, and he wasn't paying attention. Sometimes he could be a little oblivious to stuff, right? And he's like, yo, I gotta use the bathroom. So we go into this bar. And as we're walking through the bar, I realized, I'm like, man, there's a lot of dudes in this bar, right? I was like, all right, whatever, right? Okay, fine, getting drinks. And I asked the bartender, I go, excuse me, where's the restroom? He's like, oh, it's back here to the back, to the left or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay. So Mockley, he's walking through the bar like this. He's just looking for the bathroom. I'm walking like this. I'm like, And I look up on the wall. And there's pictures of sailors, right? Pictures of sailors in bell bottoms, old school sailor looks, right? With the bell bottom pants, so they're tight, and they got the little hat and it's cocked to the side or whatever, the little sailor's hat. And I noticed all these dudes on these pictures, on the posters, had these huge bulges right? Like it was just like the bulge was like oversized. I was like, that's strange to emphasize the bulge on the sailor on the poster in the wall, right? Or the pictures on the wall. And I kind of keep walking and we pass another picture and there's a guy in like a cowboy outfit, huge bulge. And I'm like, there's a lot of dudes in this bar. There's a lot of borderline, you know. And then we get to the bathroom, and this is when I knew it, right? I had feelings, but I knew it. We get to the bathroom, and in front of the, like, you know how they put the advertisements in front of the urinal sometimes? For listeners who don't know, and for women, in the men's room, a lot of times in front of the urinals, they'll put like a little poster board where they tack up all the little, the little events is going on in the city or in an area, right? Or even at that particular bar or club. So I'm standing there at the urinal, Mockley, once again, completely still oblivious, hadn't noticed anything. And I'm looking at the pictures in front of the urinals, and there's like, it's like those advertisements where it's like the gay dude, like guy's naked and he's holding this joint. And he's like, call 1-800-4, right? He's got all this stuff. And there's like, it's like naked dudes. And then there's like dudes kissing. And then there's like a bunch of other like gay stuff. I go, yo, Mike, this is a gay bar. And he's like, what? Huh? I'm like, look at the pictures, man. He's like, oh, all right, we gotta go. And I was fine with it. I'm just like, all right, this dude he walked.
Well, I mean, when it's your first time, it's a whole new experience.
It was a whole new experience. He's from Jersey. So if you would have seen him, he walked out that bar like this. Right? He was gone. For me, I was like, all right, let's go. And this dude was like, dude, it was hilarious, man. I was like, yo, Mike, you gotta pay attention, bro.
I used to do an open mic at the Stud. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember the Stud.
Yeah, in SF. And so, and I'd see it at other gay bars too, but you go to the bathroom there, you go to the urinal, you go to pee, and it was like a one of those long troughs.
Oh, it was the troughs. Yeah. I hate the troughs.
And above the troughs is one elongated mirror. So when everyone pisses, you can check out what everyone's doing and what everyone's working with down the row. Yeah.
Dude. How you know that mirror is not a two-way mirror too? I'm sure somebody's on the other side of the mirror, like
their face just pressed up against.
They're like, look at all these dicks. This is Dick Central. Oh my God.
Yeah, man, that was a trip. So now I'd always be like, I'm like, I'll go in there when no one else is in there. Or I'll be on the other end of the mirror. I don't know. I'm not here to show and tell.
I mean, I think there is something to be said that if you're standing at the trough and someone's standing next to you and they go, oh, all right, you go.
I like how they made it so it's not uncomfortable. Like you don't need to turn your head to look at your partner's at someone's junk. You like look straight ahead. We made it easier for you.
Like, oh,
there you go.
Like, oh. And in the mirror, you see them, you go, good job, buddy. He's like, yeah, I passed that test in 3rd grade, so that was kind of the result. So, all right, man. I guess we did our thing. Huh?
You know what's funny? I used to go with my girl every morning in the cast once a week on Sundays. There was this pop-up guys, these two guys, their own pop-up donut shop, and they do it in a gay bar in the Castro, and we'd have to get there like at 10 a.m. to get there. And it was funny, we were like regulars at this place because these guys were like, you guys come in, but they had the best donuts. They're always different. They had a savory, a sweet, and a fruit, like two sweets. Like one was a fruit and one was like a chocolate, and then they had a savory. Yeah, so they had
savory sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they had 3 types, right? Okay. And yeah, sometimes it would be savory and sweet. And I would always just get all 3, and they were friggin' nice. Oh, dude, they were great, man. It was, but it was funny because you get there at 10 in the morning, and the lights are just coming on. And you can tell it was a bunch of debauchery the night before. And it's funny walking to Castro in the morning. A bunch of drama went down Saturday night, but Sunday morning, got to get them donuts.
Dude, you know what's funny about that too is the Castro. I mean, that's considered, the gay area of San Francisco, but it's men. It's men, right?
Yeah, it's not lesbian. Lesbians more East Bay.
They're mostly Oakland. But that's interesting to me. I guess that they have it's not like the community is just. It's not like a gay community of men and women and
it's separate. They're different. It's different.
It's different. It's like, oh, because Oakland has
Yeah.
a huge lesbian
I mean,
population.
because we know tons of gay comics who rip on lesbian women.
Yeah, dude, we should. Can we talk about that at some point? Because I'm like, I don't even quite understand. Like, for the guy who likes guys and for the woman who likes women, what is it about those that make them not like each other?
Well, that's not enough in common. You know
I
what I
mean, yeah,
mean?
but there are straight people who are friends with guys and girls, and it's not that they have to have the same sexual preference to be friends. What does it matter?
It doesn't, but you're right. It is a common theme.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Pride Parade. I have to play sometime because Matt Morales. We'll have to have him on. But it
Okay.
was I think it was the Folsom or
Oh,
parade
the
we went
Folsom
to.
Street Fair.
Yeah,
I
that
never
one's
went to that one.
hardcore. That one's
Yeah, I
more
never went to that
hardcore.
one. That
But
was a
there,
good one.
he ended up in a place called Leather Alley, and he kind of got
He
he
got
got
accosted.
grabbed. Kind of,
Yeah, I remember hearing about
And
that.
so I decided to do a podcast episode where he and I went back to Leather Alley when the Folsom Street Parade was back in town, and I
Okay.
recorded it while we are there because you're supposed to have everything off. There's no cameras. You're not allowed. And
Oh,
bruh, the shit you see, like people getting their
oh
balls
yeah.
electrocuted and people getting whipped, and like it was crazy. When I saw this dude getting his balls electrocuted, I'm like, why? Why?
Dude,
How? What?
it makes me think about Chad Daniels, and I want to say, what did your father say to you? Right? Like, why are you so angry at yourself that you have to electrocute your balls, bro?
Dude.
Yo, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
I would see blood, guys getting whipped. There'd be blood. It was, it was
what, dude?
These
What makes you
COVID
hate
times,
yourself
you
so
can't do
much?
it anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I couldn't. I've never gone to the Folsom Street Fair. Maybe one day, but yo,
It's
I'm
funny
not
in the
trying
recording. I'll have to play it for you next time because you hear a guy going, ah!
Oh, and you're supposed to be. Look at you. You're undercover. You're like Vice. You're undercover.
Oh, dude, I go all out for the audience.
There
So
you go.
before I let you go, we're talking about how LeBron got called out by the Squid Game creator.
Oh yeah. So
because LeBron didn't like
okay,
how
so
it ended.
all
So
right,
I
let me
won't
just.
say what LeBron said.
You won't say. No, because we
We
don't
don't
give
need to
anything up.
spoil.
Okay.
Yeah, but I kind of it was just a small thing that LeBron said in passing to Anthony Davis as they were switching on interviews after a game. So it's
Okay.
not like LeBron made a statement or
Oh, it
anything.
wasn't like he made an official statement. It was
No, he
delivered
was
like
just
an official.
talking with AD. He goes, "Did you finish it?" Oh, he's like, "Would you like?" Oh, and that was it. In between,
Dude,
interviews.
you see how the media is? Can we address that real quick? You see how the media is? This was a conversation that he had with another person in private that they turned in, because I thought it was like an official.
I mean, it wasn't in
like,
private. He did it in front of all these cameras,
yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're reporting a conversation that he had with someone else that wasn't directed to them.
Yeah, but it was going to be heard throughout the world. And
Okay.
the fucking creator, Squid Game creator, he goes, "That's my ending. If he has his own ending that would satisfy him, maybe he can make his own sequel. I'll check it out and maybe send him a message saying, I liked your whole show except the ending."
This dude, hey man, first off, he went way too hard. Hey bro, it
He
ain't that
went
serious,
so
man.
hard, dude.
Yeah, it's just an opinion, man. It's just an idea about what it is, right?
It hurt him. He didn't like that. The king didn't like his ending.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, for me, at the end, I was like, it was another, for me, it was like another TV moment, because in reality, in real world reality, if you make it through all that,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Right. If you make it through all that and there's a choice to go this way or that way or whatever the case may be, it's a no-brainer.
But hey, man, it's TV. We gotta get season 2, baby.
It's TV. And in the motion of Chad Daniels, it's TV. Like that.
I like that. Did you like that music video I sent you that SNL did? Pete Davidson.
Yeah. That was good.
That shit was so funny. And you're
funny.
Right. You have to you make sure you watched all of Squid Game before you watch it, because they give everything away.
They give everything away. So do not.
And I'm glad I never watched the trailer, because I watched the trailer after I finished the series. They gave everything away in the trailer.
Really? Okay. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, they're like showing all the games. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Trailers are bad now.
They're all everything. Bad. Yeah.
So. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Sign us out, Reg.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, this was fun. This was great. I think we covered it. I think we went a little bit of everywhere. We went some places we weren't even thinking about. I know I did. I hope that the audience enjoyed it, man, because we do this every week and we love it. And we thank you for tuning in and watching and listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next week. This is that's Sal Kalani. I'm Reggie Steele, and this has been Spitballin.
Booyah.
Peace.